he come from? How did he get here, this little creature called Paddle to the Sea? He couldn't know that Paddle had already traveled thousands of miles to reach the lighthouse on the headland by the sea. He had traveled past the Gaspé, past Quebec City, further than Montreal, further than Toronto, further than Lake Huron. North of Lake Superior, in the Nipigon Country. That's where Paddle was born one winter, in a little cabin deep in the woods. Now, that cabin was not only far away from the sea, it was also far above the level of the sea. And that's why the boy who lived there got a cedar log from the woods and started to carve Paddle to the Sea. His name was Kyle Apatagan. He was a boy with a dream of a journey he couldn't make himself. But Paddle to the Sea might be able to, if he got him finished by springtime. Kyle had learned in school that his home was on the height of land, and that meant from where he lived, all the streams and rivers and lakes flowed down to the sea. Now, if that were true, then Paddle should be able to just float all the way down to the ocean. Maybe. Of course, he didn't tell anybody about his dream. They would laugh at him and say it couldn't happen. He didn't tell anybody why he melted the lead. Of course, it was to keep Paddle upright in the water. And he didn't tell anybody why he carved on the bottom, "Please put me back in the water." But as he worked through the long winter evenings, and as Paddle grew more shapely and splendid and shiny, Kyle thought, I don't want to let him go. I want to keep him. Then one fine day, he made up his mind. I made him to go on a journey when the ice and snow have gone from the rivers. Go he must. Then one day at sunset, Paddle calmly sailed out into the biggest lake in the world, Lake Superior. But Paddle couldn't paddle, of course. He was completely at the mercy of the wind and the waves. And it looked as if he would end his days as just a peculiar piece of driftwood on the lonely shore. He got away, but his troubles weren't over by any means. Everything that ran across him seemed to think he might be something to eat. But it wasn't Paddle they were after, really. The frog that jumped in with him was scared to death. For there was an enemy lurking below. Paddle could float, for he was made of wood. He could also burn.